and then I drop it, and then I come back to it in 3 months.
Also me.
Yeah.
I'd have to write all of it. Bro, we're playing D&D, and I forgot my backstory in detail, so I went and looked. I didn't write my backstory points, like detailed notes. I wrote a whole story. And the love confession was so painfully fanfiction coded. I was like, oh god. Oh god. Because I'm like a haunted one, but the thing I fear the most, the thing that haunts me, is me confessing my love to my childhood friend, thinking I was dying, and then I didn't end up dying because he resurrected me. And I was like, But I was reading it to the D&D group, and I was like, you let me write this as my backstory? And she was like, I wasn't gonna stop you, and you let me write it anyway? This is on D&D Beyond, the app, girl, unescapable.
You need to copy paste that, put a title to it.
It was a whole story, but it was
okay.
something else.
About maybe 6 or 8 months ago, I decided like to try a new type of journaling to work through my feelings about certain situations. So I started writing them as if I was writing like a book.
Okay.
So I made like me and other people in my life characters, and I started writing it like a story.
Okay.
And it helped for the time. And I was doing it one day, and then Be Real went off. And I was like, well, gotta be real. And I did it to where you could see the computer, but I was like, nobody will know.
Wait, is this when Kurt was like, are you writing fanfiction?
Yes! And he was like, I zoomed in. First of all, stop zooming into my Be Reals. Kirk, if you are listening to this, why are you stalking my Be Reals? The other day, I posted one at my desk, and I have a little Post-it note because I'm trying to learn French, guys, because whatever, I'm basic. I'm trying to learn French. I have these little French phrases up on my thing. He texted me, or no, he told me the next time that he saw me, he was like, yeah, it's good to see you're still working on the French. I was like, what are you talking about?
Don't creep on my Be Reals!
Anyway, he creeped on my Be Reals, and he was like, are you writing fanfiction? That's what that looked like. And I was like, okay, well, that's embarrassing. Hope you didn't read too hard. Pouring my heart and soul into that. And then I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll change character names. And I'll post it as a fanfiction. But I wouldn't post it till it's done.
Amen, bless the Lord. Hey guys, welcome back to this episode of Fanfiction and Friends. Okay. So what are we talking about today?
Dude, we are getting into it. We are talking about, oh my gosh. Okay, guys, great news.
Oh, we're officially members of the AO3.
We are officially members. Oh my gosh, we are blowing out the mic right now. Guys, I was shaking. I haven't shook this hard over something so insignificant since I realized that you could add rooms to your webkin's house. I had to take
very vivid detail.
I had to take a step away from the computer at the ripe age of 8 years old because I found out you could add rooms to my webkin's house. And I knew if my mom saw me freaking out, she would make me get off the computer.
Throwing it.
And that's how I felt getting accepted into the other community. I was literally like, I had to take a deep breath.
I had deep fear.
Fear?
I was like, bro, everyone's gonna know what I'm reading.
It's not even our name. Not even gonna drop the username. You don't get to know yet. Maybe later.
You know what? They probably will know someday what the OG usernames are gonna be because they'll probably change.
Maybe. I kind of like mine, so I don't know. Maybe. You know what it is.
Oh,
what are you looking? You guys can't see, but our setup right now is it looks like we're playing Battleship with our laptops, and she just lurched over them. Lurched. Yeah, you reached and lurched.
All right.
You reached and
fanfiction adjectives out here.
Okay. Anyway, that was the biggest announcement: is that we got accepted at AO3.
God bless.
And you best believe I turned on update notifications.
Subscribed.
I've never been so excited to receive an email.
I don't feel that because I read completed only works as of this moment.
Whatever.
I'm getting there. I bookmarked some stuff for later.
Yeah, get into.
I'm working on it.
It's almost like a waiting for a series, except it's usually inconsistent.
It's not like every week on a Tuesday. No. I mean, they try for every week on a Tuesday. That's nice.
And sometimes it happens for like a month or so, and then you get to take a break. And honestly, it lets the anticipation build, and then you almost think you're over it, and then you're like, fine, I'll try to get back into it, and then you're immediately back into it. At least that's my experience. What's been your favorite part about having an AO3 account so far?
Honestly, the marked for laters, because I'm reading something intentionally right now.
Mm-hmm.
This for later, you'll hear about it, guys. Don't worry about it. Shh, it's fine. So I don't want to be distracted as of this moment. So I just mark things for later. I just open them up, mark them for later, go back to the search. Yeah, I'm loving it. And I can go bookmark things that I've already read that I like, UA Survival Guide. I was like, this is the first thing I bookmarked.
What?
Is that My Hero Academia one that I told you about with the ghost?
That you've read? Just to have?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was a really good one.
Is it the one you bind?
Yes. It's that found family. It was so good. It was so good.
You also like that you're full access, right?
Okay, yes. Every time I scroll and I see them little blue block marks, there's deep joy in my heart.
That's so funny that I didn't even know that was like a thing. Like, I didn't notice. I never, I guess, was reading, or I never got that
You don't
deep.
see them.
So you just knew there was stuff that you couldn't access?
Mm-hmm. So sometimes, like on Pinterest, if you get deep enough into like pins that are just Tumblr screenshots, you'll find fanfiction recommendations in that subspace. Mm-hmm. Sometimes them fanfiction recs are for user only, like members of AO3. So I went looking for one of a nail, and I couldn't, it was like, you can't access this. And I was like, well, okay. Now I know what the drama's about, and I read like half of it and was like, peace out. But
I will simply never understand why I hesitated so hard to sign up.
I don't know either.
It literally took, also, I do think it was like a special thing because they had just finished, I think they just finished fundraising. And so because of that, they were letting more people in. So we really did hit it at the right time. Mm-hmm. But it took like a week and a half, I think.
Yeah.
Like, I've waited longer for an Amazon package.
I don't know what our drama was.
Yeah, I don't know. But we're in it now. Other than that, so we're in, we have full access, which also means we have access to some not so great fan fictions, which is what we're going to be talking about today. We're going to be talking about worst fan fictions we've read. Now, here's what the drama is with that. I was like, let's do this topic. This will be a good topic, right? You're making a face. Sorry, Maddie's just ignoring me. It's fine. On the wall. What?
Well, I googled worst fanfiction ever.
Okay.
There's this book by Tara Glisby called My Immortal, the Worst Fanfiction Ever Written.
So that's a book title?
Yeah, the Google book description is My Immortal is the most famous, notoriously bad fanfiction ever written, based very loosely in the Harry Potter universe, and featuring the blatant Mary Sue protagonist, Ebony. Ooh. The Mary Sue protagonist, like they're generalizing it. Like she's a Mary Sue, whatever that means. Ebony, oftentimes Anobi. It reads like a detailed list of everything a fanfic author could ever possibly do wrong, only taken to exaggerated, horrifyingly extreme extremes. My Immortal was originally posted to fanfiction.net sometime in 2006, but was subsequently deleted by the FM.net staff after causing a severe drop in the site's collective IQ. In fact, the fanfiction is so unbelievably bad that many refuse to accept that it's real, insisting that the author was only trolling and that the story is really a parody. Regardless of the author's intent, My Immortal remains one of the most cringeworthy, unintentionally hilarious, so bad it's good pieces of literature the internet has ever produced.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to Reddit, though. My Immortal, it's got its own freaking Wikipedia page.
Wow, it really made waves.
Yeah.
Unintentionally, maybe.
This Reddit page is so wild. There's this weird, obscure fanfic where Voldemort...
What? Where he what?
There's this weird, obscure fanfiction where Voldemort impregnates Bellatrix, Harry's son, makes out with Hermione.
Okay.
And offers to...
Makes out with Hermione? What?
Yeah. Cedric Diggory's a Nazi, and the Twilight Lady on the Hogwarts train turns out to be Marvel's Green Goblin. But I can't for the life of me remember what it's called, and it's probably on Wattpad or something. No, it's just another one.
Okay.
What? A lot of them are Harry Potter. That's so...
Well, it is one of the bigger fandoms, so that makes sense.
My Immortal?
Can I find it?
I don't know. Oh, it's on fanfiction.net.
Still?
Yeah.
I don't want to read on there. Put it on AO3 Cowards. My Immortal Wiki?
Try it.
How the Wikipedia do? No, it's not a Wikipedia page. It's like a...
Oh, there's a Wikipedia page. Here's a
It
quote.
It
from,
was Draco Malfoy.
Here's a quote from chapter 27. I have to tell you the fucking
Wow.
perdition. That's the whole quote. There's nothing else.
What?
You found it? You found
this
it?
Is so... Okay. I wonder if it's bad, like...
Ooh, it's on Wattpad.
I'm on... I don't know what I'm on. I'm on fandom.com. And I guess this is... Did it say how many words it was? The writing stuff? Let me just read. Hey, guys.
Go
I think
ahead.
we said we weren't going to read fanfiction on here, but this doesn't count because I said so. Hi. This is the beginning of the Hi, my name is Ebony Darkness Dementia Raven Way, and I have long ebony black hair. That's how I got my name. With purple streaks and red tips that reach to my mid-back and icy blue eyes, like limpid tears. Limpid? Is that a word? I don't know. Limpid tears, and a lot of people tell me I look like Amy Lee. And then it's brackets. And if you don't know who she is, get the hell out of here. Get the hell out of here.
Duh. D-A?
I'm not related to Gerard Way, but I wish I was because, okay. He's a major forking hottie. I'm a vampire, but
Did she say forking?
No.
Actually?
No, she didn't. I'm a vampire, but my teeth are straight and white. I have pale skin. Okay. We are getting a full... Anyway, here's the dialogue.
Gerard Way, by the way, is the guy from My Chemical Romance.
Okay, that puts that in perspective. Something about her showing up at Hogwarts. A lot of preps stared at me. I put my middle finger at them. Hey, Ebony! Shouted a voice. I looked up. It was... Draco Malfoy. What's up, Draco? I asked. She already knows him, I guess. Nothing, he says shyly. But then I heard my friends call me and I had to go away. Chapter 2.
It's like a first grader telling a story. And then this happened, and then I had to go. Did you know that rubber ducks?
This is like literally, I think this is a diary entry that I wrote in 5th grade. The next day I woke up in my bedroom, it was snowing and raining again.
Okay.
I opened the door of my coffin and drank some blood from a bottle I had. My coffin was black ebony, and inside, it was hot pink velvet with black lace on the ends. I got out of my coffin and took my giant MCR t-shirt, which I used for pajamas.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, I put on a black leather dress, a pentagram necklace, combat boots, and black... I'm getting a very vivid picture of what I'm assuming is the author. I put on 4 pairs of earrings and my pierced ears, and then I put my hair into a kind of messy bun. And then I went and got adopted by One Direction.
No wonder this is on fanfiction.net though. This is every fanfiction from fanfiction.net ever, or Wattpad, where they describe the outfit and it's always got Converse and some blue jeans
And leather.
and a messy bun.
And a graphic tee.
Stupid.
OMFG, actually. Like, that's...
Oh,
OMFG. Like, that's written. I saw you talking to Draco Malfoy yesterday. She said, who were we talking to?
Who is this?
Marilyn... No. Willow.
Okay.
Raven, this is you.
All right.
Are we talking to somebody?
Or is this us
Yeah,
talking to
so?
ourselves?
Do you like Draco? me writing a fanfiction. This is... Wow. Do you like Draco?
Okay.
I think
So
I've hit my limit. We've read a chapter and a half.
we're done.
Well,
That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad.
That's not the bad, I guess, that I was thinking of. I didn't
Me
even
either.
think about poor
Writing?
Writing.
Me either.
Because honestly, I think I've been off of it for so long that I'm like, poor writing in fanfiction doesn't exist, just like trashy writing.
No, I know it does. I know poor writing exists and I know poor grammar exists.
I guess I just get off of it so hard. I'm like,
I just don't. I swerve it.
mm-hmm.
But for me, bad fanfiction is fanfiction that pisses me off.
Yeah.
If it's not what I'm looking for, or it is what I'm looking for, but then they hit you with a twist ending that you're not prepared for and it makes you want to cry on the inside, but you're crying on the outside because you can handle it, that's bad.
That feels like it was just from personal experience.
It was. You know, when you're reading a fix-it fic, but then at the end, they're like, just kidding, it's not a fix-it fic. Nothing has been fixed. It was just a dream. I'm like, yeah. I didn't need that. I came here for it to be fixed,
That's
and
what-
you just lied to me.
You just don't read the last chapter.
It's a one shot.
Okay.
yeah. So me again, I just don't read the last chapter. It's only one chapter. Is this how you feel when you come across pregnancy in a fic?
Oh my gosh. If that, one could say that it's my fault for not reading the tags, but I resent that.
It is your fault. It's in the tags, literally.
But I just won't be reading them. So, because it's always, I have never once, how do I phrase this? Why is it necessary ever? Never in any fanfiction ever that I've ever read am I like, you know what would make this better? Pregnancy. No. I do remember my first time ever getting hurt by the pregnancy trope was when I was in high school, and oh my, this is like bringing back, I didn't even remember I remembered this until this moment. I was reading a Raylo fanfiction because of course I was, and it was so good. It was probably just okay, but it was so good. And I think I was like 40 something chapters in, and they were long chapters, and I was into it. Then they start doing stupid stuff to the plot too. It's like they're pregnant, so then they left the Empire and like went out to this other world. They might have, I don't know if it was like Endor or something, and they like had to like build a life for themselves. It was just completely against the plot. Like it was not, and I love a whole like, I do love a little like forging fic. Like I love having to forge and like kind of fight for your life, survival of the fittest kind of thing. But not when I've already read 40 chapters in the Empire, kind of like regal political drama. And then you're just gonna leave and get pregnant and do this whole other like 180
for no reason.
Pissed me off. I stopped reading it. I was like, I don't want any of this. Also, I just don't want to be pregnant. But that's a personal thing. Maybe people are into that. If you like pregnancy fan fictions,
no shame to you.
No shame to you.
But
I ask respectfully why. Like what about them is good, I guess. Not why do you like reading them? I don't know.
Well, what's so interesting is I like adoption fics, which is kind of the same energy. Like Found Family or like Eraserhead adopts Izuku, but most of the time he's not a baby.
It could also be specifically what I read, because usually the relationships,
it's not there yet.
It's either not there yet or it's like, I love reading this because it's not real. You should never bring a kid into this relationship.
Oh, bro, like the
y'all are
relationship
gonna be
is toxic.
Awful parents, yes.
You.
And I'm like, I love reading a little toxic. It's just you two. Like that's what fanfiction is for. It's to, hey guys, this is our third episode. And the second one where Maddie's phone has blown up during recording. Sorry, Maddie's really popular if you didn't know.
That's a fat lie. Oh, if I told you who it was.
Is it your mom? Guys, no one should be bringing children into the fanfictions I'm reading. That's the moral of the story. Nobody needs to be having kids. Y'all need to figure your stuff out first. Oh my gosh. Anyway, yeah, that's my soapbox. What do you hate about fanfic? Also, and no hate, I guess, again, if you read this.
I know where you're going.
ABO can stay right out of my way. I don't want anything to do with it. Also, it confuses me. Also, I don't want to smell anybody. I don't want to taste anybody. I don't want to think about what anybody smells or tastes like for the rest of my life. Ever.
I saw an ad today on TikTok, like, you know how there's like ads sometimes, and it was for, I don't know if it was a book series or like a dating app or something, but it wasn't cartoon, like it was acting. And this girl got in this elevator and she was like, oh, I was so not prepared. I was like, she was like knowing what I know about ABO, which is enough to function, I guess. She was like, I know my mating cycle is coming because, why would you not say he? You're a female. But anyway, don't worry about it.
You getting logistics.
I told you I know what I'm talking about.
Oh my god.
But she was like, I know it's like my mating cycle and I really just want my alpha because my primal urges. And I was like, okay.
Is this a period commercial? What is that?
No, it was like a content.
For what?
I didn't stay long enough to find out. But I was like, what? And she was like, my alpha. And I was like, we're going.
You know that was a Snickers commercial. You're not yourself.
I was like, it doesn't matter what it is. I don't need ABO in real life. That's terrifying. I don't need ABO in fanfiction. I really don't need ABO in real life. I was like, okay.
They really pitched that to the execs and they said, yeah, let's rock and roll with it.
I don't know what, it could have been an ad for like, I don't know.
AO3?
I don't know, bro. I don't know. But I
really guarantee you it was probably some sort of period something.
There's no way.
Or Snickers.
No, I'm sure it was like You know those apps that like
a dating app?
Yeah, but it's like it's a game. It's not really like a dating app. I'm sure it was like one of those.
What was this on?
TikTok.
They also did have the weirdest random commercials.
Yeah. Anyway, what do I hate in fanfiction? Great question. I hate being lied to.
Like the character is lying.
No, like the tags lie. Like they leave out information, they tag a ton, but then leave out other things, and I'm like, you could have warned me. Like they say angst, but they also don't detail the angst. Sometimes I don't want to know, but mostly I just hate when they mark it completed, but it's not completed. They only marked it completed because they haven't touched it in like 7 years.
They do that?
Yes, some of them do.
Why?
So you get to chapter 7, and it's not actually over. They're just like, I've abandoned this fic, like, but they don't put it up for adoption. They just mark it as completed. Yeah. Something else I hate. Connection.
Bad writing.
I mean, yeah, everybody hates bad writing.
I can handle a tasteful amount of bad writing.
I can handle really tropey, kitschy writing. That's not bad writing, though.
Yeah, like if I can't understand what you're saying, like English grammatically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like, it. No offense to them, but like, if it sounds like a 6th grader wrote it, I don't want to be reading it. For
Also
more than one reason.
Yeah.
There's a reason AO3 has a 13-year-old like age limit. They're like, you have to be 13.
Yeah.
I don't know, because I mean, I can't come after authors for not tagging their fics. They're not required to.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't appreciate, I guess. No, that's just about writing choices too. That isn't nothing about the. I don't know.
A lot of it is like really like can niche down to like personal preference. Like if they just write a character, I'm like, that's not how you write that character.
Sometimes, okay, y'all can hate Ron all you want. Don't write him out of character too much though. Then it's unrealistic.
Yeah.
You said canon compliant. This isn't.
Yeah.
I'm okay that he's a dick all the time because Ron can be a dick. Weasley specifically, let's be clear. Yo.
Ron Swanson.
Sometimes I'm like, y'all can tone it down. Like, I get you hate them. If you hate them that much, don't put them in your story. Except for Albus Dumbledore. You can hate that man all you want.
Ridiculous.
I hate
Dumbledore hater.
Yeah. I don't even hate Snape. Like, Snape.
And you shouldn't. As you should not.
Okay. Listen. I'm not saying he's a bad guy, but he's not a hero.
Guys, I was minding my own business, also not bringing up Snape for like a week and a half. And unprompted, Patty, she sends me this TikTok.
No hesitation to it. The first time I saw it, I was like sending it.
Have y'all seen? I'm sure you have. Those, they make me so uncomfortable. Like, genuinely, I've never, not even the people that I like, they make me so uncomfortable. AI generations, they're so unsettling. And she sent me this one of Snape as a cowboy. This ain't Texas.
It was so funny though.
Why was he squatting like that?
I don't know, but it was honestly, y'all, it was giving Edward, or I guess Robert Pattinson, in the promo shots they did for Twilight, where he looks super awkward with her. You know, when she's in that black dress and them Converse, or whatever the heck, and he's in the 2-layer shirt thing, and he's like posed really weird for all of it. It's like that kind of energy.
So the person that made that AI thing, their whole, I went to their whole page is just like AI generated photos of Snape
and themselves.
And yeah, or themselves or the character. It's a story. I like looked in the comments. She's like, the next chapter will be up. I don't know if it's promotion for a fanfic or if it's like one of those in the comments, you read the comments.
Wild.
Yeah. So it's a whole thing. Also though, she went off the path a little bit, and there was one that was exactly like the Snape one, except it was Lucius. He looked so stupid. So funny. His hair was so long.
Oh, you know what I don't like? I hate's a strong word, but it really upsets me when fanfiction writers go out on any social media platform and they like hype up their story to only not finish it. Like, don't fully commit and gather an audience for something
to just abandon it.
Right. Now, there are exceptions for abandonment in like a certain circumstance.
Sure.
But just because you got bored, okay, it'd be different if you had 3 kudos and 2 bookmarks.
Yeah, sure. Who we hurting?
You went out and gathered people to read your fic for you not to finish it. Huh?
Maybe that's their thing. That's what they get off on. They're like, yes, disappointment.
Don't write fanfiction. Don't write fanfiction. Or post your fanfiction on Tumblr. Because it's hurting other people's feelings. I'd love to see they're mine, but they're not mine. I never follow them up. I never follow up TikToks about fanfiction ever.
Really?
Yeah. I've come across a couple that are like fanfiction recommendations.
I get my recs on Pinterest. I try to keep fanfiction off of my TikTok so I can get my little home improvement and recipe videos on TikTok.
I used to get a bunch of them. I haven't done them recently, but that's because my TikTok was specifically one thing, and I was like, okay, you gotta chill out. So I had to go like looking for other things to take that off my page more. What else are we covering today?
No, I think like
Oh, that was it.
yeah,
Okay.
we just had that on the docket. I don't know.
Slay for us.
Yeah. Also, I mean,
Mission accomplished.
mission accomplished. We hate what we hate, but also can't get rid of us now because we have an account unless we play something.
Yeah. You didn't even get that reference. Oh, how
Nope.
sad for you.
From what is that from?
It's present Mike.
Oh,
He just says yeah. It's like
yeah.
well, he has like an auditory. His quirk is called voice.
Okay.
It's called voice, and he like projects his voice, but sometimes he just says yeah. Really loud. Like sometimes he can like say he'll say words, but
Like-
sometimes he just goes yeah, and it like does its thing.
I think that's your quirk. You have an auditory quirk.
No, his can like shatter people's eardrums. Don't push me on this girl. Don't. Listen, I read fanfictions with this man in it. The amount of quirk analysis I've read about him, extreme. I also
That's such a silly word for it. Quirk. I just think quirk is just like a cute word, and I know this is like they could be a violent like a violent show, right? And you're like, my quirk.
Bro, no, that's how Midoriya feels though. Midoriya at the beginning, I'm quirkless, which is sad for him. He's treated horribly, but he's like, now I have a quirk and I'm special. And I'm like, you were special before.
I feel like it needs to be just something a little more aggressive. The word quirk. I mean, I guess it could be a different word, and obviously
Well,
it's a
and
different
they're
word,
not all aggressive. Some people just make bubbles.
Okay.
Some people can just change their eye color.
So it's like Pokemon.
Yeah, well, it all depends on the person and sometimes your family. So like sometimes people are like, I wonder if Midoriya actually has a quirk, but it's latent. Because his dad, this is also mostly canon and not canon. Some people are like, his dad can breathe fire and his mom has, she's got really light telekinesis. So in some fanfiction, he has pyrokinesis. Quirk science is super interesting in fanfictions. It is hardly talked about in the show. I don't know if it's talked about a lot in the manga. The fanfiction world, all over quirk science. It's so interesting.
Write a dissertation on quirk science.
Dude, I would just quote fanfiction, honestly. I would. Because people really get into it. And like President Mike has such an interesting quirk.
That is a really odd.
Like it's
yeah.
well, let's see it. Hold on. Also, side note, I saw this joke and people were like, I think President Mike is short for President Michael. And I'm like, no, it's not.
Because isn't it supposed to be like Mike, like a
Microphone.
Yeah, like a microphone.
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
short for President Microphone, idiots.
I mean, his full name is Yamada Hazashi, so like that's his real name. But he's known as the voice hero President Mike. He's an
He's the
English.
one with the weird, like blonde.
He kind
hairbrush
of looks like a
hair.
cockatoo. Yeah, but we love him for it. Let's see if his quirk is on here. Whoa. It just says he can increase the volume
Of his voice.
Yeah. In the show, if he uses it too much, it causes him to get a sore throat, so he has a disadvantage of people who can go underground since sound doesn't travel underground very well, and that's like it. But people in like fandom world expand upon it, and they're like hearing loss, which is super cool to like have people write that kind of stuff into fanfiction because they're making real world problems
Yeah.
popular. Not popular, that's a bad word, but
Recognize.
yeah, and they're kind of normalizing it because I feel
Yeah.
like there are some disabilities people won't talk about because it's awkward, but
Yeah.
I mean, holy cow.
That is really cool.
It is cool. And it normalizes talking about hearing aids and hard of hearing people and deaf people and like just the differences. It's all cool all around. Plus it talks about sign language, which is pretty slay. Plus most people assume sign language is a universal language, which it isn't. There's a sign language for every country. That's totally off topic though.
That's next episode. Sorry. Sign language.
It's not, but it just, let me sign to the microphone. You guys know what this is, right? You saw that? No. But I don't know. Quirks, it's cool.
That's
And it also surrounds President Mike. Like, cool. I saw one cool quirk. But
so President Mike slays is the moral of the story.
yeah.
That's the takeaway from this whole episode.
Actually, that's the only thing you really need to worry about. President Michael himself, slaying the
President
game.
Microphone himself.
Anyway, thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening, guys. And we'll catch you next time.
Maybe.
Bye.